Can the Manna cryptocurrency eliminate poverty? I think that's a good question, a valid question. Manna is a universal basic income cryptocurrency. It's been around for a few years. It was originally called Grant Coin, I believe, and they rebranded it in the last year to call it Manna, M-A-N-N-A. It's a cryptocurrency. It's on one or two exchanges, I believe. You can sign up to receive Manna on mannabase.com. And also, let me state that this is not investment advice. Buy any cryptocurrency at your own risk. With that being said, I'll talk a little bit about Manna. And I do hold some Manna, by the way. I've received it, weekly distributions. And I possess some Manna, so I'm disclosing that. But Manna could eliminate poverty. Universal basic income is the idea that we should give individuals a certain amount of money each month or year or week to live on. In the case of Manna, it's weekly. A lot of universal basic income ideas where they suggest implementing it with fiat, national currencies like dollars or pesos, they often propose it to do it monthly, but Manna is a weekly distribution, which I think is good. I think daily might be ideal, but weekly is, I think, better than monthly, but that's a whole nother talk, debate, whatever you want to call it. But Manna has the ability to potentially, in theory, eliminate poverty on Earth. If hundreds of millions of people sign up to receive Manna each week, and if hundreds of million people do receive Manna, and if they are able to spend Manna to buy things they need, then Manna can potentially eliminate poverty. This could happen very quickly, or it could happen very, very slowly. Manna could fail. They could simply shut down Manna. I don't know if I don't know if Manna could exist without the backing of the People's Currency Foundation. The People's Currency Foundation is the organization, the nonprofit, which administers Manna and Mannabase.com, as I understand it. So I think this is all good to talk about. Cryptocurrencies have only been around since, 2008, 2009, with the origination of Bitcoin, somewhere in that time period. And they have the potential to drastically change our human experience. We have the potential ability to separate money and state. Right now, fiat currencies are minted by national governments, and until cryptocurrencies, we didn't have a good alternative to government-issued fiat currencies. But cryptocurrencies like Manna, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, so on and so forth, have the potential to liberate us from oligarchical, financial institutions and oligarchical government institutions. Cryptocurrencies have the ability to potentially liberate people from a lot of government control, and cryptocurrencies have the potential to help decentralize power structures, and cryptocurrencies like Manna, which are distributed each week, have the potential to eliminate poverty. So if you haven't already, I would encourage you to sign up to receive Manna on mannabase.com. I would encourage you to try and spread the word about Manna, to educate people about Manna, because really, poverty should not exist on Earth. And I say that as a theoretical truth. I have my own metaphysical beliefs, and part of those metaphysical beliefs are that, we are meant to be happy and to experience prosperity and abundance. And why isn't that happening for all humans on Earth? It's a good question, a question for another video, but nonetheless, I think there's things like Manna, which should be implemented, which have the potential to eliminate poverty. Basic income, universal basic income, should be implemented by governments. That could take decades. I think a universal basic income cryptocurrency has a much better chance of successfully implementing universal basic income much quicker than, national governments will. I think with governments, it could take, 5, 10, 20, 30 years to implement universal basic income if we're being optimistic. But I think cryptocurrencies could, in theory, do it in, 3 to 10 years in like a real way internationally. It could be 5 or 10 years or 20 years before 1 or 2 or 3 governments start fully implementing universal basic income. But with cryptocurrencies, we could have a worldwide universal basic income, which is implemented, it's already implemented theoretically. You can get Manna on Mannabase. It's just they only have roughly maybe somewhere between like 80 and 130,000 signups. Might be like 140 I'm not entirely sure, but that is just a drop in the bucket compared to the 7 to 8 billion humans on Earth. But Manna could theoretically scale. It could be an international currency with hundreds of millions of people or billions of people receiving it, and it could potentially eliminate poverty. So I hope that's interesting to hear about. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Watch my other videos. Support me on Patreon. Visit my websites and have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, or night, whenever and wherever you may be. Cheers.